All right, hello. How's it going, everybody? It all starts with a hello. And this painting that we're working on is actually a paint over. Painted this maybe like 6 months ago. And now it's dried a bit, so we are going through the effort of going back to it and painting over, doing a paint over, adding some more varieties of color. And ultimately, I think what happens as well is that a lot of the colors start to shine more as you add extra layers. That's the one thing about oil paints is as you start to build layers on top of layers, you can start to allow different colors to shine through on the bottom. Maybe that's not so much as significant for the way I paint because I use like really thick. I'm using really thick layers, but definitely if you're painting layer by layer on something like say a portrait, and you're just doing lots and lots of really small thin layers, you really allow the under painting to shine. But this one, color's already there, and at this point it's really just a matter of getting into the spaces, adding more detail, adding more color, adding more design and look. And you know what I find is interesting is I can't quite put my finger on it, but I am definitely discovering my own interesting painting style doing it this way. So that's one of the reasons why I stick to this. The only unfortunate part of the way I paint, as far as these as far as these plein air pieces go, I paint outdoors. Is that I have to wait a long time because I have to wait for the paint to dry first before I can really go over them, or I just have to have multiple days of painting, which when you're painting outdoors, you have to work a little bit quicker than usual, so you don't always have that luxury. But I think it's doable. There's a somewhere in between that we can find at some point in time. And here we go. So, got a couple of brushes that I'm ready to use. Got something fuzzy in my eye. And let's get started. So this was originally painted outdoors, aka en plein air, meaning in plein air. Basically, it's a French word. And what I'm doing now is I am adding outlines and then repainting the areas that just repainting different areas. So that's all I'm doing. Pretty straightforward, and that's what we're doing. So you're just going to see the process here as I outline things and start to create and paint in, and it will more or less look pretty much similar. FN Scoots, what's going on? Keep on going. I will achieve my goals. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. That is wonderful to hear. I love hearing fortuitous ideas. And I just woke up. I feel like I just woke up because my hands are not that steady right now. So, but still, I'm gonna paint from a distance using this style of a paintbrush. And you know, it's gonna be a little bit. These angles are gonna be a little bit imperfect, but you know, someone earlier asked me, "Is that on purpose? You didn't make your line straight. Is that on purpose?" And it's not. It's not on purpose, but it's also not necessarily a mistake. It's not something that I feel has to be totally straight. You know what I mean? Like I have some wiggle room for what I deem as super important, and super straight lines are not super important for this work. They're not as important as, say, getting this look and feel and keeping that consistent. Now, I will say, I don't know what's really going on in this section right here. I can't remember what I was painting, and I don't have a photo reference. This piece is being done right now without a photo reference. I'm going over what I had already done, and I am adding to it, making it more lustrous. So when you add more paint to something, more oil paint, you can get it to look better. Raquette, hello. What's going on, Raquette? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing amazing. Hope everybody here is doing amazing. And, you know, today's date. Alexa, what's today's date?
It's Thursday, December 12th.
Thursday, December 12th. So we're halfway to Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. I know there may be some viewers who do not celebrate Christmas. But if you don't celebrate Christmas, that's great. Happy holidays to you. But, you know, I know there's a variety of holidays out there. Alexa, what are the main holidays during December?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, December hosts a variety of global celebrations. Christians observe Christmas on the 25th, while Hanukkah, a Jewish festival, spans 8 days. Kwanzaa, an African American holiday, starts on December 26th. New Year's Eve on the 31st marks the transition to the next year.
Alexa off. All right, so Kwanzaa and Hanukkah
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
and Christmas. So happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa, happy Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah. All of these wonderful holidays happening this month. And we're just a few days, few week or so away, right? Just a week or so away. How fun is that? So here we go. We're gonna bring this down. These outlines really help to add like a boldness. Now I will say something about my art style. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something about the way I paint creates this like this unusual cartoony look that I can't quite put my finger on and understand. If someone, hopefully someone in the future looks at my work and is able to analyze what I do, because I sure can't. I sure do not know what it is that I'm doing that makes it this unique. But what is exciting is I am finding that there is a unique style of this. My work does have this flavor to it. As far as these landscapes go, because I had a way of doing landscapes in plein air, but then like as I started to come up with as I started to do more paintings like this, paint overs, I'm starting to find that they have a certain look. But treasure the Doge. All right, treasure the Doge, right? Let's all treasure the Doge. I see we have some cryptocurrency traders here, or investors, however you want to call it. However you identify yourself is good enough for me. Congratulations on Bitcoin reaching 100,000. What a huge milestone. I look forward to the day that Bitcoin hits 1 million. I am By the way, this is not investment advice. Cryptocurrency is highly volatile. It is highly volatile. You can potentially lose everything, all that. It's not even regulated yet. I guess it is sort of regulated, but not that much. So, highly risky. But as far as just talking about it is concerned, as people are allowed to do, I like to add these disclaimers. I think I heard that the highest estimates of Bitcoin are about 1 million per Bitcoin. I don't know about Doge or Doge. I used to call it Doge Doggy. I used to call it Dog E, the way it's spelled, like Doge, Dog E. But I realize, some people, that's not, the exact right way. So let's go ahead and fill in the rest of these areas. Here we go. We're going to add this section right here. Now it's starting to get that quality. It's starting to have like a cartoonish, it's starting to look cartoonish almost. I like this. This is just how my paintings turn out. I find that I'm reaching a point with my artwork where I can't really define, the techniques that I'm using that help to give it this look. It's just how your mind works. I find that so interesting. As a self-discovery when it comes to artwork is, I used to always think that, on one hand, you can always break down, you can always look at an artist's work and you can break it down to its like pieces and figure out how they did X, Y, and Z. But I think the truth is that sometimes, it's just a way that they do things that you can't really measure. You can't really put a specific step or process onto. And sometimes they just figure out a way of doing things that's different. I'm going to bring this up, a little building right here. And we're going to go up with this, boom. Add like this. And then bring in some more color here. And here we go. So my live streams here aren't really tutorials. If you're looking for a tutorial to paint, that's not what this is. I don't do tutorials because there are so many ways of doing things, and my style doesn't really lend itself to tutorials. As much as I can talk about like what my thought process is, I think more importantly, creative wise, my goal as a streamer is to help, not teach a specific way of doing things, but to help artists or anybody viewing. If you're maybe watching just for entertainment, this could be for any creative effort. That my work is primarily my goal is to share my thoughts to help people get out of their own heads, maybe, or just get the motivation to pursue the crafts that they want to pursue. And here we go. This was a fountain. I don't remember what it was shaped like, so we're just gonna make up this shape here. But here we go. I'm all about creativity and productivity as far as creative efforts go. And one of my favorite artists to follow aren't just the technically skilled artists, but it's the artists that are like constantly posting on social media, and like I just find that so inspiring that they are able to like just constantly have workout. It's amazing to me. And that's what motivates me. That's what inspires me, just knowing that there are like artists out there that are just like so in love with their so creatively energetic that they are always making work. And that is probably one of the most inspiring things to me, is just seeing that. That gets me going. Not learning like a cool new trick. It's nice to learn cool new tricks, but it's when I see like artists that are just like painting every day or sketching something new every day or whatever. When I see those artists, that's what like gets me going. That gets me like, okay, let me put myself to work here. Even if their skill is subjectively not super technically good, and who's to say what's technically good or not? I like seeing all varieties of art. All right, so I've gotten all the outlines. We've gotten all these outlines, and at this point, we're gonna go. I'm just gonna go into some of the people here. Let's sketch in this person. All right, here we go. I'm done with this thin brush here, and I think it's about time we actually. I should do something about these sections. They're a little bit dull in color. I don't really like this dullness of the color here, so I do want to undull it a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of brighter color here. And okay, it's your dog's name, Treasure. You wrote Doge, Doggy instead of Dog. All right, I hear you. That's cool. All right, well, you don't have to be into cryptocurrency. That's just the thing that popped up, you know, simply because of everything that's happening in the world. I have pets myself. All right, let's start with this human being right here. There's a human being in this painting. And I'm going to start with them. I'm going to add some bright colors to them. We're going to start with some bright colors. Let's go with this one. And we're just going to give them a lime green top. So let's do that. Let's go lime green. Let's grab some yellows. Let's go bring it in, bring it in. Let's grab some of this white. We're going to go into here and just little dabs of white and tan here. Just gonna let this person sit and chill. And let's see, maybe we could bring in some of this color onto our surface right here. And where do we go? Let's see. Okay, so let's grab some blues. We're gonna make this tree primarily a blue. You like it? Thanks so much. Thank you for sharing. So we're gonna make this tree primarily a blue. We're gonna go white across the front. Just add some more color across the front here. Use the colors that we already have as a guide to create these colors. And then let's go with a deeper blue here. Go with a deeper blue around the front here. And let's go with even more blue. And let's bring in our white and just seeing this color variety as we go across this piece, as we go up this piece here. I'm gonna loosen up my brush and just let it sit from further away. Allow my brush to work from further away here. And here we go. Colors. Let's add some yellow. Just hit the yellow into this section here. So how am I choosing the colors? I'm really just going through this and looking at what colors I already added to this. And what colors have already been added. That way, like this isn't so much about changing all the color and changing every detail as much as it is about giving the colors a little bit more spark compared to what they were just hours ago. And these trees, I believe they were palm trees. I believe that these trees are palm trees, which means that they do have like this they don't have regular bark, so they're not really brown. And they have like a lot of little gray streaks on them. Like these trees are almost gray. I find it so interesting as I like look more at things, as I do more paintings, to find all the variety of colors of what's in the world, right? So, you know, I think traditionally it's easy to just think a tree is brown and to just paint a brown tree, right? Like that's what we learn in school. But then as I start to do more painting and stuff, the more I look at stuff, I see so much variety of color. It's amazing. And that's like one of my favorite things about painting is you learn to see the world again, to see the world around you. And not just see, but also interpret. I know that sounds kind of cheesy, like, you know, we all see, not everybody sees, but, you know, most people have the vision, they can see or whatever, but I think it's that the interpretation of things that art really helps people to do. and that a good artist can help us to interpret things in different ways. And here we go. So we've got this, we got this tree. It's got a variety of color going up. So we've done our job there. Let's go into here. And we're gonna go boom. I'm gonna start with that color, boom. And then add some color here. Add some of these greens down. I'm going to go with a similar stroking pattern here. Let me bring in some of this ochre. Brighten up some of this ochre here. And we're going to go into here. Give this a much more brown look. This one's going to have a much more brown look here. Let's add in our yellows. So I am using some of the colors that I previously had as a guide, but it's not the ultimate defining factor of the colors that I use, because this is changing the look quite a bit of these trees compared to what you see up close. Michael Wilbur, what's up, dude? How are you, Michael? I think it's been quite a while. I have not streamed, and we're not on Instagram. We're not Instagram friends, so unfortunately, I'm not able to hear about all the great things that are happening in your world on social media. There are some other artists that I connect with on here that are on social media, so I get to see some cool stuff that they're making. But I realize that it's not for everybody. So here we go. Nice thick curvaceous tree with lots of color. And let's go grab our blue here, or our white. You like it? Good. Orange. What do you see? What do you mean orange? Where are you? What part of this is the orange that you're talking about that made you say that? Like, I definitely have red, orangey red roofs. Not the tree. Ha! Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure what you were getting at. Like, there's a lot of orange. Or, like, you know, bright reds. Somewhere between orange and red. There's a lot of that here, definitely. I was just curious what made you bring it up. Orange, you glad? Alright, here we go. There we go. Let's paint this down and get this going here. There we go. Let's maybe add a little bit more red here. I'm gonna bring in more of our red into this tree just to add some more color variety, and we're gonna bring this down. All right, and there's that. You want to meet up in Yellowstone, huh? Is that what you like to do? You like to go to national parks? I like Yellowstone. I've been there before. Or no, wait, I've been to Yosemite. What am I saying? I've never been to Yellowstone. I went to Yosemite, which is totally different. Yeah, if you're ever in California, let me know. I am open to connecting with viewers. And let me lay down some more white as a color here. Stand away from the hot springs. That's good advice. Can only imagine how hot those springs are. So here we go. I'm at the last bit of oil paint for this tube, and I can see that it's going to give me some problems. Stand away from the moving rails. Here we go. Oh, this thing won't even like go to the end of this. I need to get a better one of these. I know there's like different versions of these tubes, these tube squeezers. All right, another tube bites the dust. And let's just dig into this. Might as well use whatever white is already in here. Yeah, use a tube roller. I have a tube roller. But I think this tube roller is less effective than my other, than some other ones. Which I was gonna get a new one, but I haven't really needed to get a new one yet. I'm usually a, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of guy. So it's not broke, it's just like not as effective as I feel other rollers can be. I guess if it ain't broke, don't replace it. Is my motto sometimes. So here we go, going up here, mixing in our color varieties here. As we go up, we're gonna add some yellows and greens. Let's go with our white. And let's go into here. Boom. So what's your yo, what's up, Omizu? How's it going? So Mizu, I was looking at one of your posts and it looked like you are also on a hiatus fairly recently, right? You went on a little life break from YouTube or whatever. I don't know exactly. I just remember reading on your YouTube page. I love this brush, by the way. This brush is a brush that is very worn and splayed out, but I love using it. As you could tell. Oh, you got really sick, dude. Very splayed out, but I still love this brush. If I had to buy another one, I would totally buy another brush like this with like a soft bristle brush that splays out. Comes in so handy for what I like to do. Even if it's a little bit messy and it doesn't always paint in between the lines. I mean, I guess that's something that I have to make myself do, but... Sup, cat? I'm streaming, by the way, just letting you know.
I called you.
You did?
Yes.
What'd you call me about?
Your groceries.
Oh. I can help you.
Yeah, they're... Well, I parked in the back.
Okay. Ah. I have a mission. So in a moment here, after I finish painting this tree, I'm gonna go out and help my girl, my lady, with her request. But I will leave this stream on, so you know, stay tuned as we continue on and do the next parts of this painting. But these trees definitely have a look to them now. Maybe I want to give it a little bit more of a wooded look. So I'm going to add a little bit of this darker color here. Just to give it a bit more of a wooded look. Otherwise it's just like too bright, you know? I want to give it a more wooded look. So I'm going to add some of these actually across the other ones too. I'll add it across down here. As we go up, I'm going to add a couple wooded areas. And let's see, so... There we go. What are they? Are they trees? Yes, those are trees, if you're wondering. They might not look like trees, but they are, because that's what they are. Alright, I'm going to take a break here in just a second. Clean up this brush. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. So, oh, you got COVID, dude? Oh, wow. Well, I hope you're here now. I hope you've fully recovered. But I think sometimes, which is more important in my eyes, brush, canvas, or the paint? I'll be right back. Let me think on that question, and I'll be right back. Let's go get your water. Come on. go.
Hey. We're looking at the same thing?
Huh? All right. So, the never leave your van with your dog and paints only. Yes, good idea. Which is more important? Brush, canvas, or paint? Whew, do I have to pick one? I don't have to just pick one, do I? Hopefully I don't. I don't have to pick one. Alright, so let's go here. I'm gonna go for this next section here. And where's that brush? Go. Let's do something different here. So we're gonna take this piece right here. Let's just start with an off-white yellow. Just gonna paint this up, straight up. Just whoop. Okay, and take some more of this white.
Are you gonna change the sheets or are we sleeping in coffee?
Well, I'm gonna be sleeping in coffee, right?
Is that what you want?
Because I thought you said you don't want to change the sheets.
No, I don't want to, but you can.
No, that's fine. No, the coffee will dry.
Well, then make the bed.
All right.
That's not eat, really.
So painting in this light post here. Spilled a little bit of coffee on my mattress.
Hi, baby.
And because it was only on my side of the bed, Kat feels like we don't need to change the sheets, so I can agree to that. I don't know if we necessarily need to.
It's mostly about doing laundry.
Right.
Those towels from the in-law. Apparently, they're used to mop up the floor.
What towels?
The ones that are all piled up there. So,
Yikes.
I thought they were used to instead.
And we're gonna go a little bit darker on this green for this side. And then let's go I'm just gonna paint straight up. And here we go. So I feel like the lamppost needs a different design than what I've been doing on the trees. So I'm painting it 2 stripes of color, basically like an off-white and a green. And hopefully that's enough to add an interesting look to it. And you know what I probably need is right at the top, I probably need some yellow, just to show that some of these lights are shining through. So we're gonna add some yellow to the top here. That's a lot of yellow, and that's all right. That's a lot of yellow. But just to show that this light is like expanding to the area around it. Otherwise it's a bit too, it's not. No, it's a little too much now. Let's see what we can do. So if you want to gray out a color, you need to use the opposite color. So the opposite of color would be a purple. So I want like a whitish purple. Let's grab this white, grab a bit of this, grab a bit of that purple, grab a bit of the white, and let's just lay this down over here. Trying to neutralize the yellow. It's a little too much yellow. Maybe grab more white. And let's see. So brushes are nice but cheap. So you're painting. Question after you clean my brushes: do I hang them bristles up? So I hang my bristles up. Yeah. But I know technically, I think the best way is to actually hang them. If you have like a holder that allows you to hang your bristles down, or to hang your bristles in general, you should hang them down. But I usually hang them up. I stick them in a glass jar, and they just sit up. That's how they're hung. And here we go. Let's see what's going on here. There's a lamp right there. And I actually think I need to get rid of this area. And we'll paint over that in a minute. This thing kind of just merges with the tree. But I can't really fix that, so it's gonna have to be our little quirky plot hole here. And let's see. You know what I think I could do right now also is I can go into the night sky and we can paint into this night sky here. So let's go do that. Let's go with our night sky. And there was a bit of there was some yellow at the beginning here because the sun was just setting at this hour. Sun was just setting at this hour, and there's some yellows. You can just see the sun coming over the background here. And add a hint of red with some more white here. I'm gonna go right into this. Use a lot more paint over there than I did over here, so let's try to even out the amount of paint that I'm using. get this like pink sky look that is often in the Los Angeles skyline. There's usually like this beautiful pink in the night. Muddy paint swirls in the sky. What is this scene of? So this scene is actually a plein air piece that I did like 8 months ago. Something like 8 months ago. I can't remember exactly, but I did quite a few months ago. And it's Pasadena, California. So if you don't know where Pasadena is a city in California. It's actually considered one of the first cities in America, I think. Like first major cities. Or no, suburbs. I think it's like the first suburbs in America. Not the first city, but the first suburb that was like some sort of neighborhood or something like that. I don't know the exact details. It was first something. But Pasadena, great little city. They have what's called the Pasadena Playhouse, which is a theater. And this is a painting of that theater. So that theater was also... That theater is this... The subject of this is painted outdoors in plein air. And I am tempted to do swirls. You know, pull a little Van Gogh. But, you know, there's that part of me that's like, you know what, try to come up with something different. Do something that's more uniquely you. Like, how many paintings are there with swirls in the sky? There's a lot. So, that's what we're doing here. Now, there's only one real famous one with swirls in the sky, but let's see what's going on here. I feel like some of these colors are just fading, so we're gonna get like a nice light pink here. Like this kind of just like fades. It doesn't really. I will do something to create some action in the sky here. We're gonna do a lot of very brushy moves. Just to try to capture this like transition from like day to night.
Going to meet Kathleen.
What do you say, Cat?
Going to meet a cat lady.
A cat lady?
Yes.
You got a lot of cat lady friends.
Well, they're not my friends yet.
And they are. They will be. Everyone ends up becoming your friend, Cat. It's very difficult not to want to be your friend.
Well,
All right.
hopefully the cats will like me.
Yes. More importantly, you need the cats to like you.
You know what Pookie just did twice? He moved Simba's potty pads off the newspaper.
She did that?
Yeah, she
Why?
did that.
How'd she do that?
I don't know, she just split them around. She likes the newspapers.
Hide images. So actually, you know what? I will hide some images. I've hidden people's initials. So I'm gonna add a couple initials here. I think Omizu's name is Chris, right? Let me just put a C in here and then an M. C. And then an M. W. Or just an M, a C and an M. I've hidden a couple initials in this little section right here. There's an MS for someone who was watching earlier. And good old... I would put an O for Omizu, but I think Omizu likes me to call him by his name now. I think it was... Did you tell me it was... I think you said it was Chris. So, that's what I'm doing now. Let's see. We're going to go around... So a good old C and an M. Oh, Corey. My bad. Well, C. It was C something. So C for Corey. And M for Michael Wilbur. Yeah. This is only recently that Omizu told me about this, about the name. So, still, I will remember today. Today is the day that I shall remember thy name.
There we go. Simba.
Should have remembered the last time.
Well, now you're not gonna come over here.
Anyway,
She just wants to play with it.
let her play.
Yeah, but Simba wants to sleep on his bed.
Allow kittens to play.
She wants to play with it.
Let the kitten play.
Alright, I'm going to meet the lady.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So this is. This is an atmospheric. This is an atmosphere. As the sun sets around the building. Ooh. Emerson. All right. Friend tries to hide many persons. Oh, in your paintings, you have to chase her to get the brushes back. Okay. Many stuff in your paintings. How did another moderator just handle this? I don't understand. Hey, Omizu or Corey, can you see Michael's last message that says your friend's TTYS tries to hide? Can you see that? Because it shows up that it was marked for review, and I'm trying to review it and allow it, but it says that another moderator handled this, so I don't understand. Obviously, another moderator did not handle it. Oh, you can. Okay, so it works. You can see it. All right, perfect. That's all I wanted to know. Just want to know if you could see it or not. So let's go like this, and we're gonna go straight across. I want to create this line here. And I do like this fiery look that we've got going on. But here's what I got to do now is I got to go from fiery to not fiery. So we're going to go take this color, grab some more of our blue and our gray. We're going to go with a sky. Let's go with the sky here. We're going to go straight across. We're just going to go straight across with some of this color. Go boom. You know what I thought was interesting? I did remember seeing some gray in the sky when I was painting, or green in the sky when I was painting this. So I do find that interesting, and I'm going to try to incorporate that green again. Alright, here we go. So, adding in some dark colors, is the Blue River, the walk on San Antonio. What do you mean, walk on San Antonio? So I want to add some of the white here. Grab some of these lighter colors. And we are going to add just a little bit of transitionary color here into the sky. Add these lighter colors. And I think what's going to happen is ultimately these colors will help to create a transition once I add in our other blue, our grays and our blues. I think we can already see the transition of the clouds here. It's great. Hello, Marianne. Yes, Marianne. What's up? Welcome back, Marianne. How are you? How was your dinner? No, you were telling me earlier about some of the things that you're having challenges with. So I hope you're feeling a little better now about everything. And here we go. We're just painting in a night sky right now. A night sky, but it's not a night sky. It's a transitioning sky because this sky went from... So I actually started painting while I was light out, and by the time I finished, it was pretty much nighttime, and I want to capture that idea of this transition. And you know, how do you capture a transitional sky that has both night and day without being too confusing? And that's my goal with this sky right now. I think I've done a good job. You know, you start to capture the atmosphere, and there's just this movement of like dark and light. This movement of like dark and light. Yeah, I don't want any like super sharp edges or anything. So that's what we're working on. Just trying to get these transitionary spaces. You know what, let's throw in some light green. I don't know why there's greens here. I just felt like throwing them in, so I'm gonna throw them in right there. Just throw in some green. Throw in some green into the sky. Maybe even a lighter green on this edge here. And transition paint the sun and moon in. How do you mean? Because this is kind of what's happening. Is there's this, or are you saying that's what I should do, or are you just saying that that's something that can be done as an option? Because I am curious what you mean by that. Paint the sun and moon. I like where this is going though. I like where this is at. And I think I just need to lighten up some of the areas, like right here. Needs to be lightened up a little bit. And here we go. And a little bit more. Let's add this dark sky way above. Right there. And then let's go with a lighter blue just below it. There we go. Light blue just below it, right there. And then that would be a good space to transition some of the color here. And there we go. We have a night sky. It's very painterly, right? It's very painterly. Those stars in the background of the sky. You know what? That's the thing about Los Angeles is you never see stars. It is very rare that you will see a star in the sky because of light pollution. So, you know what? This is realistic. This is probably as realistic as it will get when it comes to stars. But you know what I will do? Maybe I'll add a version of swirls here. Let's grab some of this green, make the green swirl a bit. And then add these colors in. Let's see. This side needs some more swirlage here. Need some more swirlage. Let's get some blue swirls going on. Just some swirlage to make some, get something interesting in the sky. Something different, something interesting. Get a nice look in the sky here. It's always good to have something moving. Lighten this up a little bit, capture in here. And there we go. I think that's some good swirlage. Subtle swirlage. Stars. So we do have stars in Los Angeles, but you can't see them. That's the problem. The stars in Los Angeles, there's too many lights in Los Angeles. So you don't really see stars, sadly. And honestly, I think I remember, if I remember correctly, that was a bit of a cloudy day. And here we go. So let's go back into this red cloud area, or this like transitional space here. And we're going to go around and help to merge the space rather than, you know, allow it to like disappear or just like just this hard area transition. And we're gonna go with some yellow again. Bring in some this yellow, this red. Grab some of this yellow and red again. There we go, a nice transition area. You hear the beach in the background? No, I don't live on a beach, sadly. That's actually the street. There's a lot of cars. I live right on a busy street, as you might imagine. So I live on a very busy street in Los Angeles, California. Very busy street. And here's what I gotta do. I gotta color this. I gotta make this transition up here, because there's this paint that came over. Let me paint under paint under this lighthouse here, and we're gonna go right underneath. You bet it's the 210. Well, you know what? You might be right, because that is a street in California. You might be right. You also might be wrong. But, yeah. Have you ever been wrong before, Michael? If you're like me, you've never been wrong before. Alright, so we've got this color, and we've got the bits of swirls. Let's go into here. Let's paint this little light building over here. Get rid of this paint here. And here we go. So, what should I do now? Let's go with... I'm going to keep working with this brush. And we're going to grab a nice green here. And we're gonna paint into here. Let's go back. What is that? The yellow on the top. So this is a light, and then this is also a light. So there's a light and then a light. And this is also a light, a lantern. Pasadena loves its lanterns. And we're gonna go. Here we go. Going with some bright yellows. Yellows and greens. So Marianne, what'd you have for dinner? You said you were, said that you had to leave for dinner earlier. Nice green light in the sky. I think I need to carve this out a little bit better. Do the trees have leaves? So in this scene, when I was looking at it, the trees. Oh yeah, so this is a sunset, basically setting behind the mountain, or behind the buildings. These are not mountains, and then these are trees, but I can't remember if when I was looking at it, when I was viewing it, whether the trees were higher and the leaves just happened to not to just be higher, or whether I was like, you know what, I don't feel like painting these leaves, so I'm just gonna leave them out and just leave these 3 trees in the center. I can't remember what my thought process was, so yeah, this is all I have to go by. I do not remember my specific thought process there. Let me tighten up some of this here. Interesting little lighthouse there. Oh, no, that's not gonna work. Let's bring in some reds and whites. Yeah. Let's add some yellow, thick chunks of yellow here. You know what? Now that I'm thinking of this, I'm like, how far should this light shine? How far down should this light shine? Maybe we'll add like little bits of transition, because this has to be a pretty bright light because it lights up the street. So it can't just be like, you know, this little stubby light that ends right there. It's got to be some distance to it, now that I think of it. And I want to try to capture that, but not like, you know, I'm not going to totally spend too much time on trying to capture accurate light science. I think that's good. That could be good. Yeah, alright. Just looks like it's faded. It just looks like it fades into the environment. They give the impression that they're dead trees. Oh. Well, maybe they were dead trees. I mean, it was pretty cold out. I think I remember that day. It was pretty cold. Maybe it was like last winter that I did this. So it's a very likely possibility that they were dead trees. But they are naked. I mean, they were palm trees. So palm trees are usually pretty naked along the side. I mean, they're just barely alive, right? Palm trees are just barely living. They're just totally naked trees. Except for where they're not naked. There's this little chunk right here that's bothering me. And I probably should not pick it off, but I can't help it. It's like a little scab that's on this painting. It's like this little scab thing that's on this painting. I'll have to repaint this area, but come off. Okay, came right off. All right, so let's actually redo this little spot right here. Shouldn't be too hard. Let's grab some blue here. Right here. It's like it never happened. Yep, that's good. All right. Perfect. Great. Excellent. Paint boogers. The leaves drop in the fall in LA. Yes, in some neighborhoods, because there's like such a wide variety of trees. And it's the really nice neighborhoods that have the trees that change seasons. So, you know, LA does get cold enough to where there's seasonal changes. But more so, hey, look at this cat right here. It's a cat right there. Pookie, what are you doing up there? Huh? What are you doing on top of our air conditioner? Pookie, what are you doing? You think you're the queen of the castle, huh? She's right on top of it. Anyway. Okay. So, yeah, that was a paint booger. We got rid of it. Now, let's finish this. What should I do with these roofs? There's something going on with these roofs that they were like, this wasn't just like a typical roof. It had like parts of it. What's it called? Tiles. It had tiles. So now that I'm painting this again, I'm trying to figure out how I can include tiles in a way. Let me clean off my brushes. Ceramic tiles. I don't know what they were. I don't know if maybe like terracotta almost. They were the ones that are like shaped like this. They're like long, and then I think they're like long, and then they're shaped like a, you know, they kind of curve. And then they just do that. Pookie, why are you making noises? Alright. Let's see. So I got this brush. I think we're going to go in nice and deep with this red. And we're going to add this maroon in. It's like dark maroon to create a muted, darker red. Maybe add some yellow into this color. Give it more of like an orangey color. And let's see how this color goes. So we're gonna go down the roof. Down the roof. This almost looks like a Chinese building, but it's not. You know, like a building that you might find in China with the red roofs and everything, but it's really not. These buildings are all in Pasadena, California. We're just adding this nice thick layer of red here. And we're going to do this again with these other roofs. And then once I finish the roofs, we're going to go in again. We're going to go in again, and then we're going to paint I forget what they're called again, tiles. We're going to paint the tiles in. Yes, terracotta. That's the name of it. There we go. Terracotta is the name. So let's get a nice thick chunk of paint right here. And now let's go into this section. Let's go across here. And go down. And here we go. I'm gonna need more paint, people. All right, let's see. What color was this? I feel like that was this color. So we've got our Azo Red Medium. So we've got an Azo Red Medium. With, can't remember what I put as the darkening color. Here we go. I think it was this burnt sienna. No, Alizane Crimson. Is it this color? Uh-oh, I think I'm in trouble. Maybe it was a quinacridone violet. Was it quinacridone? Oh yeah, it was probably quinacridone violet right here. Yep. Whew. All right. So I thought I wasn't gonna get that color. See, what's funny is you look at the colors, and this is like super light pink magenta, but when you actually look at it, it's actually quite dark, right? Huge color difference between what's in the tube and, you know, what I think it is like, you know, of course it'll look different once it's on a white canvas, especially if it's a bit more transparent. But at the same time, you know, sometimes if you're looking for the color that you use and you have like a wide variety of reds and purples, it can be confusing. You can see how you would get confused. So here we go. I got to remix this color and hopefully I can color match. Hopefully I can color match this red roof color that I've had. I didn't actually measure out the parts, what the parts are. I think this is about it, right? Is that? Let's see. Oh, might be a little bit of a slightly lighter value, but I don't think it's enough to tell the difference. So we're gonna go with this. Let's see. Yeah, I might need a little bit more violet, just a little bit more. Lower the, or increase the value just a little bit, or lower the value. Let's go across so that we can. Ceramic tiles, terracotta. And here we go. We're gonna go bring these down, and eventually again, after we've done this initial paint of the roofs, I'm gonna pick a color and we're just gonna go back onto the roofs to give them some semblance of being tiles. I don't necessarily need to paint tiles exactly, but I do want to, at minimum, oh, I need some more yellow here. I do need to, at minimum, add some design. That's one thing I've learned from Gustav Klimt as far as von Holst's work. So if anybody doesn't know who Gustav Klimt is, shoot. I have some cleaning up to do, but Gustav Klimt did this painting. He did this painting. I have to clean up something because I dropped stuff. Darn. Oh, okay. Be right back, people. After this commercial break. Yeah, Pookie, stop, no, go away. Go away, dude. Stop. Watch out, Pookie, go. Okay, let's see. Hey. I can only hope that I got everything. But oh yeah, so I guess as I was saying, as far as Gustav Klimt goes, the thing that I learned from Gustav Klimt, from as far as art goes, is this idea of decorative art, and that's not really what I do, but I feel like Van Gogh, one thing that he did with his paintings was that made him so innovative. And innovative to an extent because a lot of the ideas, of course, that he got, that he implemented were, you know, adapted from other people around his time. You know, he took ideas from everybody. He took ideas from Paul Gauguin. He took ideas from Monet. He took ideas from Jean-Francois Millet. He took ideas from Toulouse-Lautrec. He took ideas from who's another big one that I'm trying to think of? Pointillism. Alexa, who invented pointillism? Renoir?
Pointillism was created by Paul Signac.
Paul Signac. Alexa off. Yeah, he took ideas from Paul Signac. I think Van Gogh made like one pointillist painting, but he didn't really like the process or something. But anyway, you know, when I say take ideas, I don't mean like he wasn't creative or that he wasn't innovative, but take ideas as in, you know, he was did a great job of like meshing all these different ideas and making them his own. And one thing that I learned from Gauguin or Gustav Klimt was this idea of like being a decorative painter. I think rather than decorative as in adornments for like dresses or like castles decorations, Gustav Klimt was a painter who used a lot of decorative elements, and I feel like Van Gogh was probably was probably an innovator of that during the Impressionists, but he just really didn't know it, right? Like he didn't. I don't know what he thought, but I don't know if he thought like Gustav Klimt, like purposefully decorating as much as it is adding more interesting elements to a painting. That's my interpretation of some of Van Hoff's work. As far as those like decorative elements go. As my interpretation, that Van Holst, a lot of Van Holst's work were very decorative in nature, similar to what Gustav Klimt became known by. But with Van Gogh, we just call it, post-impressionism. So anyway, going down these roofs with some nice azo red with a quinacridone violet. And here we go. So, Omizu, what are some ideas that you have learned from some of your favorite artists as far as how they apply to your work? I know that's kind of like, spur of the moment. It's sometimes hard to think of just on the spot. And, since I'm painting, I can just think of how it's happening, how things are manifesting. But what about your creative ideas? How is something that you learned from like one artist help you understand another artist? I guess is a better way of phrasing the question that I'm trying to get at, if at all. If at all. So I think these roofs definitely look better. They look more filled with color. So now that we have this, what do I have to do? Carve this out right here a little bit better. And let's see. Okay. Got this red. We have a lot of extra red. I put way too much of this red. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to have to use it on my next painting, I guess. Now what I think I gotta do, add little streaks of yellow. Actually, you know what? I'll add this, little bits of blue. How about that? We'll add bits of blue. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna start up here. We're gonna go trying to think of how I can create like this design of roof tiles without actually doing roof tiles. Make it representative rather than overly detailed. So, Misa, have you recovered from your bout with the vid? How's that going?
Streaming?
Yeah. Why?
I saw you over here. So I assumed you were, but I just thought I'd ask. Just let you know things.
And here we go.
Hi.
We're gonna go down here, bring in a bit more of these little blue.
What are you doing? Sal, what's going on with you? What's there?
What you doing?
Digging into that weird.
Huh?
He's digging into this, like there was something there.
That's Pookie.
What difference does it make?
What do you mean? What difference does it make? You can't keep confused like their names.
I always call it Bonnie Melissa and Melissa Bonnie too.
Well,
Hi.
cats are gonna get confused of what their real names are.
Well, they're kind of together.
The what?
One and the same. They're together.
Yeah. Okay.
Ow.
And let's see how the rest of this. A lot better. Your wife enduring had her first. She got it from you. Oh no. Have you? I mean, none of my business. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, if you don't feel comfortable. But have you ever had it before? I've had it 4 times. I had COVID like 4 times. So for me, it's like, just a little winter flu that I get. That I got 4 seasons, like 3 or 4 seasons in a row almost. Hey, Kat.
Yeah.
So I was grabbing something. I was grabbing this painting and these things fell. I just want you to look into them and make sure that we got everything's still here. Okay, well this section fell, so. Hey kitties. And here we go. We go down into here.
How did everything fall?
I was grabbing the painting, the Gustav Klimt painting,
Why?
to show people.
All this stuff fell?
The shells, and then the two little containers, but that's it. Not all the stuff.
Okay.
A couple of items.
Sorry.
Oh, you actually tested positive. Yikes. All right, well. Still got. Still got a lot of life to live. Drink that water. Take care of your cardiovascular health. Listen to your doctor. You'll be good. You know what? I can't say that I'm a big fan of these little specks that are on top of these roofs. So I might actually need to like go in and do something about it.
Shakespeare fell.
Huh?
Shakespeare fell.
Not Shakespeare. Go with a nice dark blue. Let's go. Let's see, I might need to redo these roofs just by way of trying to get these, come up with an interesting design for these shingles, or these roof tiles, I should say. Maybe what I could do is, let's go with like different colors. Let's try maybe yellow. Add in yellow to this. We're just gonna bring these up. No, I'm ruining the color here. A nice thick bit of yellow, and that was a little better. Thick chunks of yellow. Huh? No. Maybe I'm onto something. Not quite sure yet how I want to do these roof tiles. And I probably could have just gotten away with leaving them just all red and gotten the point. But I feel like I have to add something more. Add a third color, like a highlight color? Honestly, I probably should have just kept it all red. Ugh. Nope. It's not gonna work. I have to take a break on these roofs. Just gonna blend this color of the roof in. And maybe I should just leave them as red. I don't need to do anything with it. I don't need to do too much. So let's just go like this. Let's bring this blue down and we're gonna go just blend it in, make it part of our red here.
Scout. Mr. Scout. Cookie, it's Cookie.
Yeah, these are not gonna work. So. Let's go. Yeah. Now the light's like reflecting off and I can't really tell if it's a flat color or not. I guess that's not bad. All right. Let's go down here. I think it looked really interesting before when I had like yellow on it. Maybe that's what I need. Yellow. Whoa, 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 they're trying to get out. Hey.
What happened? Is he
Hey,
out?
stop that.
Did he get out?
What are you doing? Scout, huh? The heck, you going crazy? Going crazy over here? What are you doing? What's up?
Getting food tomorrow.
Kittens are going crazy. Alright, so I'm going to leave these roofs like this for now. And let's see what's next. What do I want to do now? Leave the roof. Take some paint off. Now let's paint in some of these walls. I want to use a different brush for that. Use this brush I got yesterday. Got this brush yesterday. It's a Princeton Polytip Bristle Catalyst brand, and this is a flat tip, and I happen to like Princeton a lot because it's synthetic. They make these great synthetic fibers. And let's start with a neutral, like a pink. I'm gonna find a good pink, neutral pink. Grab more of this white. I want to start with some pink, more white, much lighter pink on these walls here. You right, Kat? What's going on?
I'm just thinking about kittens. And adoption fairs and what I'm gonna do on Saturday.
Yeah? You don't want to give them up. Huh?
No, but there's so much work.
Yeah. That's true. How can we spice this up? My goodness, I always want to spice things up. Add the pinks, add some yellow here. Throw in some yellow right here. I guess not so much spice things up. I don't always just want to spice things up for the sake of it. I think a better way of saying what my goals are is to capture the full richness of color on the surfaces that I see. That's a much better way of saying things, right? Sounds much more Huh? It sounds more artistically technical. Wanting to capture the full spectrum of colors that I see on things. Bring in some of this white here. Richness of color. That's a nice color. And then let's add some more yellows. I think I have too much white. I mean too much pink here. So I need to add some yellow. Let's add some yellow into this. Some yellow brushwork. And here we go, we'll add a bit more yellow into this space. So let's go into here. There we go. Get some yellows, get some white. Still keep some of the painteriness of everything. Let me throw some of this color up here. There we go.
I shopped 2 weeks ago. Prices have gone up
Again?
so much in 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. It's very disappointing.
Prices are going up, people. Get your groceries while you still can.
But groceries are not a one-time commodity. We have to eat to survive.
Right. So you like the pink? You like the pink omizu? Good to know. I'm gonna mix a little green in here. Grab a little bit of this green, just to give it a little bit something different. You know, I've been looking at these paintings I've been doing, and they have a quality about them. They have a discernible like look to them, which I'm liking because I'm finding like a way of doing things that that feels distinct. However, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if you've ever had that challenge, Omizu, of finding a way of doing things, and you know you can do it because that's just like how you do things, but you don't really know exactly what it is that's resulting in that design, if that makes sense. Like with these paintings that I've been working on that are similar to this one where I do the outlines, I find a lot of the colors are fairly similar. The design looks the same. It looks like it's by the same artist. But the problem, the challenge there is I don't really know exactly how I'm coming to these designs. Like the actual color, every specific color, every specific
hamburgers?
What about hamburgers?
Eat them?
We ate them, I think, together.
Oh, no, so much.
What hamburgers then? What hamburgers are you talking? Oh, you mean from Carl's? Oh no, that's actually the chicken one that you.
Oh, okay. And there's chicken left from yesterday.
Consistency. Yeah, so there's this consistency of look that I feel like I'm getting, but I don't really know exactly like what is causing that consistency or like the exact process that results in it, but I'm able to do it, but I just don't know precisely like the details. Like if I was to break it down.
Hey. Hey. Cats. Two cats. Two chains.
Alright, so we're gonna go mostly a muted green into this section back here.
Ouch. Don't hurt
Go
yourself.
for muted green. For muted green in here. It's a good color. There we go. Good old muted green. But here we go. Let's see. Right down here. This is another one of those situations where, you know, my mindset when I'm painting in plein air versus my mindset when I'm painting at home, doing these paint overs is totally different. So when I'm painting outdoors, you know, you really have to like move fast. You don't really have time to like think of all the about all these details that I'm thinking of now. I mean, you do, depending on your, you know, how you've set up your outdoor painting practice, but I feel as if that the mindset that I have now as I'm painting is totally different than the mindset when I was originally painting this. So the look will become totally different. This is something Omizu has mentioned previously about your painting mindset. And I do want some colors to create a little transitionary color space. Let's go with yellow, mix some of this green, get a yellower green. There we go, into here. And here we go. Got this darker green. All comes down to choices you end up making along the way. Yeah, right on. The choices, the decisions. And I will say that I feel as if there's a bit more highlight moving into this piece. So that's what I want to capture right here. We're gonna go, actually gonna add some bright, something bright to really separate this. Adding in some highlight across here in this green. And let's see. All right, very nice. Now let's just keep moving across this piece. This green I think could be used in these shadows as well. So we're gonna go with this dark blue green. Thank you, Omizu. You know, it is great to have this live stream and to have other artists around to, like, you know, share their thoughts. Especially when they're as talented as Omizu, because then I'm like, oh, okay. You know, that is an incredibly credible opinion that I value and find it incredibly helpful.
Get those little mandarin oranges.
You got some mandarin oranges?
Yeah, they're in season right now.
Oh yeah? So a little bit darker in this space. By the way, everybody, Omizu, aka Corey, also does live streams. So if you are looking for another live streaming channel, another artist to check out, he makes pop art, which a little bit different than what I do. Actually, very different than what I do. But very, very cool work. If you're interested in like Asian style pop art, he is the artist to check out. Asian style pop art. And when I say Asian style, I mean, like, you know, there's a lot of Asian mythology and lore elements to his paintings. And I guess like Asian style too, to an extent, I guess, as far as the overall designs and style goes. But yeah, worth checking out. Check it out. Check it out. Check out his channel. Let's go up and around. And what we got here? We got this light green. I can put this actually in the windows. This will actually be a good color for our window here. Go up on the window, up again, up and across on our window here. And on this window as well. here we go. So paint up here and just add some more color into these windows. And things are starting to come more alive. Painting flowers in your life. Yeah, I saw that. I saw your last live. You did about 30 minutes of painting those flowers. That's awesome. Oh yeah, so I guess you were telling people who I was just mentioning about your channel. But yeah, I guess just as you were mentioning, your current project is flowers, right? Now, I think I saw that the flower set that you were painting, and you were painting it like last week. And I guess you took a break. So is that going to be a collection? That thing that you did, that you're working on right now, is it a collection of flowers, or is it just that one specific piece right now that you're working on that happens to be flowers, and you're not necessarily going to make a collection out of it? Cat, that smells so good. Kathleen Roy. Can you hear me? Oh. Let's use this brush. I want to get down into this area right here a little bit. Grab some of our yellow. Little yellow. I'm going to go down into here. Straighten out that edge to create it separated a bit better. And let's go. I think in this walkway I have like this orange, this ochre yellow, and I can't remember if the walkway was that color or whether I was trying to just like go for something different. So you know what I think I can do is really just mess around with the color that's down there. I don't necessarily have to go with what I had seen here. So actually, let me grab a little bit of ochre. I do like having ochre as one of the colors here. And let's grab our ochre here. Make a little pile right here with the yellow, white, ochre. Ochre, pink, white, yellow. Guess there's a hint of green now too. Let's just go into this and just paint across it. Make it look like a street or a sidewalk. Add some hints of blue. We'll do that too. A bit of blue here. Just want a little bit of blue, not too much. So actually, well, let's add a little bit of blue right around into here. I think just in the areas where that might go into shadow, I'm going to add some blues. Add some blues. And we'll bring back our white. can't even really call that white. It's like a off ochre. Is that getting a color vibrance? I don't really know. I don't. Is it getting the color vibrance that I seek? I'm not sure yet. I do like to have color variety. I think that's what really separates some of my paintings, is some of my my landscapes or my environment paintings is now that I define it, because I feel like I need to define what it is that I'm doing, so as to keep a consistent look. Because I do like this look that I'm getting. Is this idea that I allow the colors to really just blend into one another on the canvas. And I'm not saying like that's anything new. It's been done like that for hundreds of years. But I guess the way that I choose my colors and allow them to blend together on a canvas is fairly unique. Not stroking my own ego here. For those of you watching for the first time or whatever, I'm just. Are you laughing at me, Kat?
Yeah.
Oh. No, I'm not. I'm trying to, just figure out what it is. Where it is. I think I do enough self-deprecating, share enough about my self-deprecating thoughts that I'm allowed at least one self-ego stroking thought.
I've never heard you say anything self-deprecating.
Really? Huh. Well, maybe what I feel is self-deprecating is not self-deprecating for everybody. Huh?
I don't think so. You only say positive things.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I don't really. Alright. Well, maybe I am not as aware of everything as I say that I think I am.
Some of your
Sit through my old streams? I don't know. Alright, here we go. Adding in this yellow. Let's grab this white. And I think if I'm going to get rid of those lines, I got to fade out these lines as well. Might have to reset up these lines at some point, but for now, I shall leave them. And here we go. We're going to add some bright yellows up there. Bright yellows and greens. Seems like a good place to put some yellow. Here we go. I don't know why I put the yellow there. I think there's probably just like a yellow glow when I was actually painting this. I was trying to capture that. Mix of a green and a yellow glow here. And let's see, where do we go? We'll try to, not try, we will. We're gonna make this area a bit of this like more greenish off-white. Let's keep this color here, keep this color going. Maybe add some white to it. Some white and blue right around here. By the way, this was another artist actually. She was another artist that was painting during this evening. I don't remember her name, but in Los Angeles we have these groups, like these different paint clubs, and people just get together and paint outdoors. How cool is that, huh? I'm sure every town's got these types of groups. There has to be. Every city, every major city needs like an outdoor painting group, a plein air painting group. Every major city should have one. And I gotta say, there's this one city called Ventura. It's called Ventura. It's in Los Angeles, or what am I saying? Ventura's Ventura. It's not Los Angeles, but they are incredibly dedicated artists to plein air. They paint outdoors. They do at least like one plein air painting, a serious plein air get together like once a week, or multiple times a month. Maybe it's bi-monthly. I've been to a couple of their events, and it's just so fun to just be out with different artists painting. And one thing I'm trying to do is is that person tagging that wall? I guess I should make them tag that wall. That'd be funny, huh? Is that person tagging that wall? No, that person is actually a painter. Another friendly painter. Painter of things, of outdoor scenes. Another painter of outdoor scenes. Let's add some of this light green. Bring this green right down into here. And let's add some more color variety into this wall. I think it's kind of boring right now. And let's go right down here. Let's add a green slice right across. Slice of green right there. Some slices of green right here. And let's go grab white. And we're gonna go to here. Let's go lay down that brush color right there. Bring this down. Get inside some of these other walls. Can anybody guess which places I have painted fresh paint and which areas I have not painted fresh paint? Can people tell? I'm really curious about that. I'm actually quite curious. So let's add a white section. This section is going to be nice and, oh, well, that's not white. It's a little bit of pink, but that's okay. We're going to add this pink straight across, because that seems to be what I was going for last time. And then let's add a little bit of green. Do a forced green into here, just to neutralize the red a little bit. Yeah, so I actually erased the easel. There was an easel right here. I'm gonna paint it back in a few. Actually, you know what? Let me just do it right now, so it's not too, so that makes more sense. Nice, just a black easel. There we go. So we're gonna go right here. So I couldn't see their painting from where I was. Yeah, Tiger would be funny.
Hi, my name is Kathleen Roy, but I'm Roy Robertson. That's my old name. My license. But anyway, I got a bill of a rather large amount from PR that my insurance is going to cover. I have two different insurances, so I'd like to find out why it didn't cover, and if we have all the information. I don't know. I can't find my book. Sorry. Kathleen. Roy, R-O-Y, and there's a hyphen, and then it says Robertson, which is not my name. R-O-Y, and then there's a hyphen, and it says Robertson, which is not my legal name, but it's on the list. Just so you know. Robertson.
And here we go. Some of this, I want to add in, I want to re-add in our outline on some of these real quick. Just a little bit of an outline.
No, I did receive it, so I could find it. I got it yesterday. I put it somewhere and I can't find it. I looked everywhere. But I remember it was in there. Oh, good. Okay, well, that's good news. I'm glad I called. Okay.
And then here we go. Let's go.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you so much. Okay.
Let's go around. Got a little bit of an outline here.
Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes.
Good evening, Kathleen. 10 minutes, starting now.
And then boom.
Okay, we're gonna earlier dinner tonight.
Sounds good.
It's like midnight. It'll only be 11 p.m. Okay, it'll be 30 minutes.
Perfect.
At the most.
So I need just a couple of outlines to create some separation.
Oh yeah, I still like the other one.
What?
The garden looks great, but I still like the original a lot. At a different quality. I hope you took a picture of the
Yeah.
original. Okay.
What was it about the original?
What?
What about the original that you like better?
It had a softer, softer feel to it.
Softer? Really? Oh.
Softer focus.
Softer focus? Okay, I'll take it. I'll run with it. I'll go with it. I
Yeah,
can
it's more like a water.
can dig that.
It's nice. I liked it. I like this one too.
And let's see, where are we going? Since dinner is going to be ready in just a few moments, I'm actually going to. You said 10 minutes, right?
No, I said the spaghetti's gonna cook for 10 minutes.
So how much
But
time?
It won't be ready.
What?
No, give it 20.
Give it 20? Okay. So I'm actually not going to finish right now. What do we do this? What do we do with this? So much paint on this thing right here.
The pasta's cooked. It looks like where we're gonna live.
What do you mean?
Looks
Pasadena?
Like the place in Kenwood.
Pasadena.
I know that's Pasadena. It's Utrecht. But it looks like where I live.
Okay. Well, don't give away our address, please.
Ah, I didn't say any address, but they went up on the rent when I checked. Should have taken it last 2 weeks ago. Everything's gone up. My homeowners, my condo fee went up in South Carolina.
Mm.
They don't do they don't do anything for that fee. To fight with them.
Is anybody who's watching not experiencing inflation of everything they're surrounded by? I don't think so.
Well, Trump better fix it. That's all I can say. If he doesn't, it's your fault.
It's my fault. Everything is my fault.
Well, it will be your fault. You've been saying he's gonna fix things. If he doesn't, I will be highly irate. I can't afford to buy groceries anymore.
Yes, groceries are very expensive. Hear that, everybody? Groceries are expensive.
So are paints and canvases. Send Emmett money. Or who's the creative? Send him money.
Yeah.
I can afford groceries. I just can't get the same amount of groceries I used to get for the same money when it was only 2 weeks ago. And I don't like
There you
it.
go. Yes. The current economic grocery system. And honestly, I don't think they need to increase the prices that much. It's just profit. Freaking profit. It's got to be... It's profit. Seeking profit while they still can.
Yeah, that must be it. Because how can prices change so rapidly?
All right. MF greed. MF and greed, yeah. No, I mean, I definitely think that if we were to look up the profit ratios of like every publicly traded grocery store chain, I'm sure they would be profiting in the billions. Easily. In the billions. Which means that these grocery costs can be improved for the typical consumer. Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue what we're gonna do, people. I have no clue what this world is going to entail over the next 4 years as far as grocery prices. But hopefully something happens, either that or I don't know. The world is thinking, but it's not just us though. It's not just California. It's everywhere. Everywhere in the world. Everywhere, everyone in the world is dealing with these issues of inflation, and that's just the beginning though. Like, you know, this recent case with the guy who killed the CEO of United Health, like, raised so much awareness to this problem of claim denials from insurance companies. Like, you know, it's just so easy for an insurance company to just deny a claim with no... By the way, I'm not saying this is a good reason to, you know, I'm not saying this in order to sympathize with the assassin, but I am saying that he at least generated awareness of like how ridiculous insurance companies are as far as like how they operate, right? We've all had issues and problems with insurance companies. We've probably all had something denied by an insurance company. And, you know, I get that they have to deal with scams and stuff, but I think the amount of denials that they do is like... it's probably much more than they should, if there was some regulation towards it. But there's like no repercussions, pretty much no repercussions for them. So anyway, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know the future, everybody. I don't know the future. Okay, so all I know is that I like to paint. And I just hope that I can continue to do so. I feel like the colors were more vibrant previously. I'm trying to figure out how I can bring some of that back. Well, maybe I don't. Let's go ochre, brown, red, ochre. It's gonna go into these windows. So like just create this thing that was here. Put some ochre right here. And let's see, what now? What do you say, Kat?
I'm going to drain the noodles.
Drain the swamp. All right, and then let's grab this bright red, bring in our yellow again, add it into our bright red here. I'm gonna paint down into these windows here. Do another window. This other window right here. They said 20 minutes.
How long has it been?
That was like 10.
Doesn't matter. You can wait another 10.
Alright, and then there's going to be just a little highlight of orange. I don't know where this was coming from, but there was like this little like highlight of orange right in the center here. I don't remember what it was. I think it was just the sign. All right. Yeah, I need a few minutes still. You're what?
Not even hungry.
You're not hungry?
I had a pastry.
And a hamburger with Emmett. What kind of pastry did you have?
It's like a baklava.
Baklava?
I'm gonna take you to this place. It's Armenian.
Yeah.
The food looks so good. Like, they have
It
a
looks so good.
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't get to taste it?
No, I didn't want. I wanted a pastry.
Hmm.
So I got it in a cocktail.
Okay.
But they have this amazing array of prepared foods, or you can order like dinners, whatever. They look so good. They have oxtail.
They have oxtail.
Pork chops that are about 2 inches thick.
What? That's great. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, we should go sometime soon. Because it's kind of unique, and the pastries are extensive and amazing. It's Portos to shame.
What?
Prices are really low. The quality is really high.
Prices are even low compared to Portos?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Some of this feels a little bit blown out as far as my colors go. Let's see. Okay. All right, you know what? I'm gonna, yeah. Hey, have a good night, Omizu. You read my mind. Definitely, you definitely need to take a break now. Now's a good time for a break, a food break. People must eat. People have to eat. Why is that? Why do people need to eat? Hey, Pookie. Yes, take care, world. Take care, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to watch this painting. Omizu, take care. Hope you get well quickly. Well, you said you're okay, so I hope your wife gets better quicker from COVID. But you said you had it before. So, you know, the experience sucks. Totally sucks. But at least I think at some level, you know what to expect. I think that was the biggest thing for me when I had COVID. Was I had COVID like right at the beginning? Just like in February before everything really started to get like shut down and stuff. And I'm like 95% sure I had COVID. And I was probably one of the first 10% of people that had COVID in Los Angeles. And because of that, when everybody was really terrified of COVID, when everybody was like locked in their homes, I feel as if I was less scared. I didn't have as much fear because I knew that I could survive. But there were definitely moments when I had COVID the second time when I was like, what if I didn't have it before? What if I, what happens now? And I was actually scared because I was having trouble breathing. But thank goodness I got to survive through it. I know not everyone is so fortunate. But that said, thanks everyone for being here, and we'll continue working this painting at some point. Maybe tomorrow, maybe later tonight. So Omizu says, good night, cat.
Good night, Amusa. Did I say it right? Amusa?